Hello everybody and welcome back to Killer Gaming. My name is YesDA and this is my Killer News segment where I talk about the week's news of gaming topics. It might include anime and film. Anyway, today's topic, well the first topic rather, there's a lot to get through, there's a few bits to get through. Until Dawn 2 has been announced, well hinted at, but more or less, you know, anything hinted at or whatever, it's gonna be made anyway. So Until Dawn 2, now this was a game about a recent game, a new IP, about some kids, a horror element. There was a bunch of high school students, and they go on a camping trip or a trip up the mountain, some shit, and they all get, spoiler alert, slaughtered, killed off based on the choices you made. Interesting game. It's a new game. I know a lot of people are sick of franchises. I understand that, from the Uncharted to Halo to Gears to a point. Even though I'm a big Halo and Gears fan. And then you've got various others. And people are sick of it. I understand that point of view as well. But so this might turn into a franchise, you could say. Well, it's still new and I'm happy to play it. It's something different. It gives us something different on the table. And it's about consumer choice, obviously. Anyway, so spoiler alert, based on the choices that you do make, people die off in the game. That's all I'm going to say about it. I don't know who or what happens, etc., etc. But basically, the reason I mention that specifically is if they are going to make a new game, they have stated that, like Final Fantasy, they will have to have, they have the same name, of course, but they have to make it with new characters and a new story, which is refreshing in many ways. Probably, again, keeping, well, it's nice to have a fresh story and not the same characters, obviously, you know what I mean? And now, maybe Assassin's Creed have been successful on that basis, keeping the same gameplay, but having a new story, but the core principle is still there. So I'm looking for, now I personally didn't play the game, I did see gameplay footage of it, and I liked it, but at the same time I wasn't going to pay full price for it, and that was my choice. Now, having said that, yeah, so that was all my points basically on Until Dawn. Of course, they make a new one and what have you. But again, I will be picking up, but I'm gonna pay a cheaper price. Obviously, I'm not having to pay full price. Next up is Bloodborne, Game of the Year edition, announced for Europe. Now, this is an RPG. I don't have to go into the story because I don't know too much about it like that. Basically, I didn't play the game because I do not like those types of games. Now, it doesn't mean it's a bad game. It's actually a very good game. But again, I'm being honest with you. I don't play. I'm not going to pay for something that I'm not any good at. I mean, I just get frustrated. I bought Dark Souls 2, and it's a good game. I understood that, but man, I was shit at it. Man, it was slow, and I couldn't hack it. You know what I mean? I'm just honest about it. So they're not my type of games, but again, I'm not going to shit over what they are. Game of the Year edition for Europe has been announced for November 25th. There is no US date. Of course, this will include the DLC, which is coming out, I believe, called Old Hunter. New weapons, new skins, etc. And I can't really remember what else is included in that. But yeah, I think there's a demon form as well, or a new demon. I'm not too sure. Again, I'm a bit sketchy on that. But Doom, next up is Doom Alpha. Now, Bethesda have said if you bought Wolfenstein New Order on May 26th or thereafter, the alpha for the Doom is you can sign up now. I think you go to a website and sign up. There's one map, 6v6 in the multiplayer. And you get to try out some weapons, and I know there is a demon mode in there where you become a demon or one of the demons and you go around killing, I believe. I'm not too sure how much. I mean, I personally ain't going to buy the game because, for the multiplayer. I won't buy it for the multiplayer. If I do buy it, it'd be for the story. If anything, I'm not a big horror fan. I mean, I think the only horror games I've played, if you can even call them that, are Resident Evil 5 and 6, but they were mostly action-based. I know a lot of people complain about that. Dead Space 1, 2, and 3. I did play all of them. Again, so that's the extent of my horror genre. Have really gone. I haven't gone into anything further than that. Speaking of Capcom, though, there is an article I did want to read. I was going to just, I weren't going to include it in a vlog separately. The news has been pretty weak this week. Literally, there's not a lot going on, at least from what I can tell, or at least even if there is, not a lot what I want to talk about. So Capcom has said that Dead Rising and Devil May Cry are among the franchises for which the company has plans in the foreseeable future, the fiscal year ending March 31st, 2016 and beyond. As a reminder, Dead Rising 3 originally released as a launch exclusive for the Xbox One, and then was published to PC on September 5th, 2014. Excuse me. If Capcom follows the footsteps of a previous generation, Dead Rising 4 may be fully multi-platform, just like Dead Rising 2. The latest Devil May Cry title, on the other hand, proved to be highly decisive, with the overall reception was good. Some core fans of the series loudly voiced their disappointment with it. It will be interesting to see what studio handles the next installment. However, don't expect these titles to be coming anytime soon. Capcom now mainly focused on next Resident Evil, which apparently may support VR devices, of course VR being virtual reality. In related news, so the same reports also highlight Capcom's overall development plans. The firm does not intend to abandon Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, since the install base is still huge, so expect to see some cross-platform titles. Moreover, they are targeting shorter development cycle period from 2.5 years instead of the previous 4 years, possibly because engine-related improvements. Now, I played, sorry, let's just get the camera back here. I did play Dead Rising. I did enjoy it. For whatever reason, I think my Xbox broke or something. I didn't get to complete it. And then this new one came out for the Xbox One. I do not have an Xbox One, unfortunately, but it was one of the games I do intend to pick up when I do buy one. I possibly want to play co-op with my friend, kill some zombies. You know, that's always fun. It's a big game. It looks enjoyable. I did the same with Resident Evil, so I'm anxious to play that as well. As for Devil May Cry, I am a big Devil May Cry fan. I played all of them. I loved them. And when this new kid came along with the new one, and I was a bit, oh man, what is this? And I believe it's just Dante, just younger, if I can remember right. And it actually wasn't that bad. I was pleasantly surprised, being a hardcore fan myself. I thoroughly enjoyed the game. They have a PS4 version of it, but I wasn't going to pick up the PS4 version. I didn't even get to complete it, unfortunately. I got stuck on a level, and I think I just got so frustrated with it, I just thought, fuck it, I'm not even going to bother going back to it. But it is a good game overall, and if you're a fan of the series, I highly recommend picking it up if you haven't played it. It's cheap now, I'm sure, £10–15, maybe 20. Again, you can buy the PS4 version now anyway. Speaking of remakes, and I want to mention this as well because I nearly forgot actually, because Capcom, I was thinking about this, okay, I'm making Resident Evil 7, etc. And I got me thinking about a game I used to love playing, and it was on the PlayStation. Yes, I'm talking that far back. Dino Crisis 2. I would love to see them make Dino Crisis 2. I was speaking about it the other night with my friend, and it is a fantastic game. Dinosaurs, of course, Dino. And it's even to this day, I will still state that it is the best dinosaur game you ever will play. You're basically an army soldier, went back in time to a prehistoric world with your partner, and you switch between characters, and you gathered information, intel, what's happened or how it happened, or why this jungle or dinosaurs killed or took everyone over, or the scientists died or whatever, and you pieced the mystery together slowly but surely. It was a fantastic game, and I'd love to see them remake it. For the PS4, I would personally, this is how much dedication or much I loved it. I'm willing to pay full price if they said they're making it now. I pre-order that motherfucker because I'm that confident in the actual game. I'd love to see them just totally remake it for the PS4, and then possibly just have another Dino Crisis, and then make that for the PS4 specifically, like you know, just a brand new story. You know what I mean? But I don't think they're going to do that, obviously. Anyway, Dino Crisis 3 specifically. Wow, what a travesty or a train wreck that was. Dino Crisis 2 was fantastic. When I picked up the third one, I didn't even get past it for 15–20 minutes. I had to throw it away. Well, I didn't throw it away, I sold it. I couldn't give it a chance. I just couldn't. And you'll know why. And that is because I just say one or two things about it. Dinosaurs in space. Yes, dinosaurs in space. I'm a fucking spaceman. I've got a dinosaur trying to kill me in space in a spaceship. How's he even breathing? And I've got a fucking mask on and shit. I don't even know. So that was a travesty in that respect. I was very disappointed in the third installment and final game. I think it was the final game, I believe. Anyway, I was surprised today after doing a little bit of research on it that Kobayashi, the guy that makes Resident Evil, made that game. Yeah. He made Dino Crisis 2, a game I love. Dino Crisis 3, I believe, as well. I think. I assume he did. But my God. To think that... Now, I said to my friend, like, whoever pitched that idea to walk into Capcom and say, dinosaurs in space, and then someone's went, what? Why? What drug were you on? But now knowing that it was Mr. Kobayashi or whatever, it pretty much makes sense. Anything the man does is more or less going to be quite successful, so they had a lot of confidence. I mean, I don't know, maybe a lot of people did go on and play that game and absolutely loved it. I fucking couldn't stand it. I didn't make logical sense to me to have dinosaurs in space. I don't know. But anyway, I would like to see him remake that. But I know he's got Resident Evil 7 to do, and then he's talked about going on to eventually making doing something else with one or two other games. So he's got projects in the works, as it were. So I think that's going to be a back burner or just a pipe dream of mine. I don't know. But yeah, that's about it for this week's news. But I will say I'm going to do my Netflix recommendations this week, actually. And I'm going to recommend Archer Season 6. New episodes are available right now on Netflix, which, if you don't know, it's about a detective who's drinking all the time, and he's basically a dick. And people have to put up with him. But it is a funny show, and I'm already on like fourth episode out of 12, 13. And I can't even say the name of it. Nazcos, I believe, the life of Pablo Escobar, the drug lord. No, I'm not trying to promote drugs in any way, shape or form, but it's his life story, original Netflix production, as it were. And I've got to say, they do some fantastic work. And I'm not even a fan of drama. You won't see me watching a drama where people go, oh, this person's in a relationship with this person, now they broke up. I don't give a shit about any of that crap. So for me to watch a drama is something, completely unusual. This is a life story of Pablo Escobar. There's drugs, sex, killing. There's so much killing in the first episode. It's like, Jesus Christ. And 10 episodes, 10 hours, and it is absolutely brilliant. There will be, I don't think this is very much of a spoiler or anything, but there will be, in my opinion, a season 2. There has to be. I can't wait. But yeah, so those are my 2 Netflix recommendations for this week. Just to give you an update as well, I will be ordering Windows 10 and being able to finally put it on my PC next week sometime, but later on in the week, because I've got to get the money, which is coming, and then I've got to order it, which is a bitch, but, and then wait a few days, sets you back. So there might be an unboxing of Windows 10, me trying to do an installment video on this thing, because I don't know how to. I think I've only installed one operating system. I don't know how. We'll see how that plays out. And also, I might do as well next week next month's releases for computer games. Well, PlayStation 4, Xbox, whatever. Because then it gives you about 15 days to then see that video, and then go, oh man, I've got to pre-order that, or I didn't know that was coming out. And then you might, you have the money to get together. You'll save up, and you'll pre-order that particular game if I tell you something that you didn't know about. It gives you an opportunity there, maybe to even pre-order a collection and get bonuses in whatever you might pre-order. So that's coming up next week. But yeah, finally, on the PC route though, this will be one of the final pieces in the puzzle, so I can finally start using this PC. And I'm using my 42-inch TV as my monitor at this point in time, or will be. And we'll see how that all plays out. I'll do a setup, what my actual setup looks like video, and maybe even do a review of my actual keyboard when I'm using it and stuff, to see how my actual general opinions of it, and my mouse, and etc, etc. And then I'm going to buy HL. That's the game I'm going to be buying. It's like £10–12 on the Steam as well. I've been looking forward to playing HL for the longest time, and they didn't release it, and now I can buy it. For whatever reason, I checked last month and it weren't available still, which is unbelievable. And then I checked back yesterday and I could buy it. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm definitely going to be buying that in the next 2 weeks. But I'm on the home stretch, just to say, and I finally will be able to save up for a card catcher and finally start doing gameplay for my channel as well. So it's been a long journey, 5, 6 months of saving, getting better at YouTube, in like, trying to bring as much news and vlogs and stuff like that, content to my channel. But we've finally had some gameplay, some proper gameplay of playthroughs. I'm looking forward to playing the new Batman. I'm a huge Batman fan. I've put off playing games because I can't afford it. Other things coming first, like the camera, the PC, Windows 10, etc, etc. So, plus I've got to live just in general. So you can see where I'm coming from, why it's taken so long. But yeah, the final piece of the puzzle will be after Windows 10, the card catcher, and we can finally start. I can finally start producing some gameplay videos. But yeah, anyway, guys, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel, this video, whatever. Follow me at Killer Gaming 01 on Twitter. I'll leave a link in the description below, and my Facebook group as well. And I just want to give a question of the day, or for this video, is basically, are you excited for Until Dawn? Or, you know, will you be picking up the Bloodborne Game of the Year edition? Or are you going to be signing up for the Doom Alpha? You know, whatever those three questions you might want to answer, or maybe all three of them, I don't know. Or failing that, what games will you be playing this weekend? Anyway, guys, I'll keep you for long enough. Thanks for watching, and have a great weekend. See you next time.